Hey, how are you guys doing? Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. How are you guys doing? Boom. Here we go. We are live. I have a quick live for you. It's a little later in the evening what I normally do, but hey, I'm here and that's what we're going to go with. And so you guys, those of you that are new to me, my name is Beverly Walthour. I am a business strategist for Christian female coaches who want to create more income and more impact without compromising their Christian values. I'm also a TV and radio show host, so we film and record the TV and radio show here in Atlanta, GA. So you guys come on. Like I said, I got my little dual action going on here. Look, StreamYard lets me go live across Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, and then I got my phone for did I say Instagram? See how I said they told that lie? So of course StreamYard has me Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and then I'm on my phone on Instagram. So I hadn't been on Instagram, so I'm getting back my little sea legs over there on Instagram type of thing to bring these lives to you guys as well. Hey, you guys come on in. Once again, say hi, hello, hey, once you get on in here. I want to make sure that I'm live every place that I want to be. Hey, Estella, hey. You guys, welcome. And so you guys, I wanted to do this live and have this live conversation with you guys, and then I'm going to give you my information, and then I'm just going to go on about my business, that type of thing. And so thank you. You guys, when I tell you, look, not 8 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock in the morning, it's just me. And I'm like, okay, Father. But then once I get done and all these lights get turned out, I crash, I go to bed, and keep it moving. Hey, Carissa, hey. And so you guys, I wanted to talk to my established coaches, about 4 tips to accelerate your revenue. And so, of course, you guys know me. I have my notes. I always have my little notes because I want to make sure I give you guys everything you need. And then, like I said, then I go on about my business. And so these are 4 things. And so you guys have been hearing me say this for the past couple of weeks. And hey, like I said, I'm over there on Instagram too. Y'all look, I'm trying, look, I used to do this all the time. I used to be live on my computer on the other platforms, and then Instagram over on my phone and all that good stuff. So I'm getting back to what I used to do. That's it. And so you guys, I want to drop these 4 things. And like I said, you have been hearing me say this particular thing for the past couple of weeks. And so this right here, when I talk about revenue acceleration, this is the concept. So you guys have heard me say that, hey, if you can generate $30,000 in a quarter, you can generate $30,000 in a month. If you can generate $30,000 in a month, you can generate $30,000 in a week. If you can generate $30,000 in a week, you can generate $30,000 in a day. If you can generate $30,000 in a day, you can generate $30,000 in an hour, depending upon 2 major things. And so this has been something that's really been in my spirit. And like I said, one of the things with me and working with me is this revenue acceleration and being able to, like I said, literally take something that you may have done in a quarter and being able to generate that in a week, or being able to generate that in a day, that type of thing. And so I want to talk to you guys about what people have been doing and how they've been able to do it. And so the question is, it's not, God, what's wrong with me? God, what's wrong with me? Or maybe I miss God, or maybe, maybe I'm not supposed to be doing this coaching business. Y'all know all the stuff that we end up saying to ourselves. It's not that. The question that you want to ask yourself, so what can I do in my coaching business to achieve this? So it's not like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? God, what's wrong with me? Okay, God, what can I do in my coaching business to be able to accelerate my revenue like that? That's how we want to fashion the question. Is not you asking yourself what's wrong with you. Because like I said, there's nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. Do you hear me? There is nothing wrong with you. You don't want to come from that perspective. We just have to figure out and look at, okay, what do we need to do to be able to accelerate our revenue? And so, like I said, I want to give you guys 4 tips on how to do that. Hey, Diane. And so you guys, first and foremost, even with what I said, remember I said it's not God, what's wrong with me? God, what's wrong with me? That's not the question that we're going to ask. Hey, Shalonda, you don't ask what's wrong with you. The first thing is going to have to be a mindset shift. You have to shift your mindset. Even with what I just said, okay, God, what can I do in my business to be able to achieve this? You see how that's even a shift in my mindset to even ask that type of question. Because like I said, usually we default to what's wrong. You guys, we have to stop doing that. Like I said, we have to shift our thinking. Going back to, we know death and life is in the power of the tongue. We always have to be renewed by being transformed by the renewing of our mind. It's a process. So even with mindset stuff, it's always a process. And this is something that I was talking to one of my 10K intensive groups about tonight. We were talking heavily about mindset and the fact that it is an ongoing thing. It's not just something that, hey, okay, I'll work on my mindset. Once I hit 6 figures or multi 6 figures or whatever the goal. No, it's a renewal. It's a constant thing. It's something that you're constantly addressing and making sure that you're spending time with. And so, like I said, the question is, what can I do in my coaching business to be able to, like I said, generate $10,000? For some of you guys, you can literally do it in an hour. As a matter of fact, every last one of you guys, and I'm going to say this and I want you to hear my heart. I'm going to say this. I'm going to be quiet for a second and let this resonate with you. Some of you guys can literally generate $100,000 in 1 hour. Let me say that one more time. Some of you guys can literally generate $100,000 in an hour. Once again, if your mind automatically default, that's not possible. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. Bev, you don't understand. I'm a life coach. Bev, I was a relationship coach. Ain't nobody good. Look at what your mind automatically defaulted to versus the first thing your mind should have said was, okay, what can I do in my coaching business to achieve this? Bev just said, well, hey, I can generate $100,000 in an hour. Bev just said that. Bev just said I could generate $100,000 in an hour. So the first thing that should have came to your mind was, how can I generate $100,000 in an hour in my coaching business? I want to get you guys to that space. Carissa, what if that one day was tomorrow? Carissa, what if that one day was tomorrow? Well, Bev, how can I do that if I don't have a $100,000 offer? Well, boom. If you don't have a $100,000 offer, hey, Lanita, hey, Katina, Mary, I see you guys over there. Hey. So my thing is, well, Bev, what if I don't have a $100,000 offer? Hey, work on one. Create one. And Carissa, the reason why I say that, you guys, once again, it can literally be a $100,000 coaching offer, right? We're coaches. It could be a $100,000 consulting contract. Can you have a conversation with a business or an organization and y'all talk for that hour and boom, you walk away with a 6-figure contract? You guys, it's not as hard as it may seem. Initially, like I said, the first instinct with our mind is, okay, I can't do that. That can't be done. But then once we break it down and look at it, well, actually, you know what? Technically, it can. Technically, I can do that. Because like I said, we can literally do $100,000 if, once again, you might have, every last one of us, and I need you guys to lean in when I say this, every last one of us has a 4-figure, 5-figure, and 6-figure offer on the inside of us. Every last one of us has a 4-figure, 5-figure, and 6-figure offer on the inside of us, period. You have to believe that. That's a mindset thing. You have to believe that. Now, once again, do all of us have a 6-figure offer that we can roll off the top of our tongue like that? No, most of us don't. But my thing is, why not? Why not create that? Carissa said, my mind would be blown for sure, but I know that I have those figure offers inside. We all do. We all have those types of offers on the inside of us. And so when I say that, like I said, if I can generate $30,000 in a quarter, I can generate $30,000 in a month. If I could generate $30,000 in a month, I could generate $30,000 in a week. If I could generate $30,000 in a week, I could generate $30,000 in a day. If I could generate $30,000 in a day, I can generate $30,000 in an hour. That is the truth, right? Does that make more sense now? It is literally the truth. And so the powerful thing to that is, like I said, first of all, the mindset, you have to believe that. And so because I've worked with and talked to believers, I'm talking to Christians right now. So if you're not a Christian, I don't know what to tell you. You can either hop off or sit here and still get these nuggets if you want to. But you guys, I am telling you, there are things mindset-wise. Like I said, first of all, you have to believe that it is true, that you can do that it is achievable for you. Because my scripture clearly tells me that my God is not a respecter of persons. I know what my Bible tells me. My God is not a respecter of persons. So if he can do it for one person, he can do it for another. Are there people out there that literally creating $30,000 in an hour? So if God can do it for them, why can't he do it for you? Like I said, unless you don't have an offer that will allow for you to do that. So some of you guys are like, Bev, I don't have a $10,000 offer. Well, hey, maybe you have a $15,000 offer. Can you sell two $15,000 offers in an hour? Boom, come on with this scripture. Come on with it. Come on with it. You guys, I am telling you, it is doable. Maybe your goal isn't $100,000 an hour. Maybe it's $10,000 an hour. Okay, can you do two of your $5,000 offers? So you guys, once again, we have to have that mindset and knowing just period that it can be done, because it can be. Every last one of us have that ability. But once again, we have to make sure, you have to be so steeped in the word. You have to make sure that you have that connection with God, because you best believe that if you set a goal to generate $10,000 in a month, who do you think is getting ready to come after you, if not the enemy? If you don't think the enemy is going to come after you when you set a goal of $10,000 in a week, because the thing is, think about it. Think about the level of impact you would have to create in order for you to be able to generate $10,000 in a week. Think about the level of impact, right? And so you best believe, does the enemy want you to create that level of impact? He does not. So you better believe he's going to do whatever. Remember those fiery darts? That's why we had to put on the full armor of God, because once again, you best believe that. Look at what Carissa said. I just had a light bulb moment. I've done $25,000 in a quarter, 25,000 plus. That, don't get it twisted. Notice that plus sign that Carissa has on there. I just had a light bulb moment. I've done 25,000 plus in a quarter in my other business. I can do it again. You can do it in a quarter, Carissa. You can do it in a month. You can do it in a month. You can do it in a week. You best believe it. And you guys, sometimes we have to borrow, and hear me when I say this. Sometimes we have to borrow someone else's faith. And what I mean by that, I have had tons of clients who have said to me, Bev, you saw it in me before I saw it in myself. You saw it in me before I saw it in myself. A lot of us as coaches see a lot of things in our clients before they actually see it themselves. So that's what I mean when I say sometimes borrowing someone else's faith. I've had tons of clients who have said that to me, because like I said, I have seen it in them. I have literally seen it in them. And so one of my new clients that I signed yesterday, I was talking to her. And so when I tell you, first of all, she's absolutely amazing. And so this young lady, she works with other coaches. And so her thing is that she told me, she was like, Bev, she said, I have an email list of 2,500 people that I haven't been nurturing my email list. Bev, my Facebook group has 8,000 people in there. And her revenue goal for the next 90 days is $30,000. Her revenue goal for the next for the next 90 days is $30,000. I said, oh, we're going to double that, because I'm going to show her how to tap into her email list. I'm going to show her how to tap into her Facebook group, that type of thing. And so the question, what are the key things that you need in order to structure a high ticket offer? So like I said, one thing, you guys, to sell anything high ticket, your mindset has to be there. You have to believe that this offer that you have, that first of all, like I said, that you can generate, that you can actually sell a high ticket, and also be clear on what you consider high ticket, because everybody has a different definition. For me, high ticket is something for at least 2,500 or more. For me, high ticket is at least 2,500 or more. That's my definition of high ticket, but not everyone uses that particular number. Some people go all the way down to 1,500. I don't think that's high ticket, but there are some coaches that do that. So like I said, first of all, you have to believe that you can actually sell that. So that's why I'm starting off with mindset. You guys, your mindset has to be there. And like I said, that's why all of us, we have a 4-figure, 5-figure, and 6-figure offer inside of us. We all have it. So like I said, your mindset has to be there. Once again, make sure you are on point with God. A lot of us as believers, we will quote those scriptures, but we're not applying those scriptures. You guys, we should be applying the kingdom principles in our businesses, but you have to know what the kingdom principles are in order for you to apply them. One of those kingdom principles is sowing and reaping. What are you sowing? What are you sowing? Oh, some of y'all don't want to talk about that. I'm just saying. You guys, those principles apply. Like I said, I had this conversation earlier. When I used to be in these coaching programs, And when I say used to be, specific programs that I was in where these people were not believers, but they were literally crushing it. When I say crushing it, when I saw somebody that created $100,000 in a week, when I saw someone create $100,000, I'm like, God, they not even believers. God, I don't understand. God, you see me. I'm out here praying. I'm reading my Bible. I'm fasting. I'm serving in church. God, why are you doing it for them over there? And they ain't helping me. I don't understand. God, they don't even believe you. They don't even serve the same God that I serve. Any of that sound familiar? That was literally what I was saying to myself. And then my guy had to sit me down and remind me, daughter, but there are things that I have in my word here, things that are universal truths, period. It doesn't matter who practices them, sowing and reaping. That's a universal truth right there. That's a spiritual truth, no matter if those people are believers or not. And they're sowing and they're reaping what they get back. So even me paying attention to what I was doing in my own house, did I even know what the promises of God were? Did I even know what they were? So how am I going to stand on his promises, but I didn't even know what they were for my own self? So you guys, I'm telling you, you have to make sure, are you applying those kingdom principles in your business? And so, like I said, your mindset is huge. That's the first tip. The second tip, you guys, that offer. So this is the question. What are the key things that you need to have, that you need in order to structure a high ticket offer? Once again, first of all, that offer, if you're looking to create revenue at that level, you have to make sure that you have a transformational offer. What is that transformational offer? What is that thing that's going to help your client get that transformation that they're coming to you for? First of all, in order for you to know that, you have to know what the transformation, you have to know what they want from you. You have to know what the transformation is that they want. So first of all, you have to make sure that you know the transformation. And then you have to be able to clearly articulate. You have to be able to clearly articulate how your offer, what makes your offer transformational? What's the promise of your offer? What will your people be able to walk away with when it comes to them engaging in your offer? You guys, there should be tangible and intangible things. I don't care what kind of coaching you do. There are going to be tangibles and intangibles. Some of y'all, well, Bam, over here, as a what? I can't even think of, I don't even know. And you guys, let me know in the chat, because I love to be interactive. Let me know if you're a coach and you can't think of a tangible thing that your people will walk away with, because every last one of you, there is something tangible. Even if you're a relationship coach, once again, better communication, that is something tangible that they're now able to be able to say, yep, now I'm able to, have a conversation with my spouse. We're not breaking out in an argument. I'm able to state my point. He's able to state my point, his point. I hear him, he hears me. Another tangible thing, one of the things we said, we were going to have more date nights. They can literally count. Before we started with you as a relationship coach, we were going out for date night once a quarter. Now we go out every Friday. There are tangible things for every last one of us as a coach. And then there are also intangible things as well. So you want to make sure when you are structuring those high ticket offers that you're able to clearly articulate the tangible and the intangible, those transformations. What's the promise of your program? You also have to make sure when it comes to the offer, because like I said, this is the second thing. If you're looking to accelerate your revenue, and the second thing when you're looking at your offer, so like I said, the transformation. So stop. When people ask you about your offer, stop leading off with, well, you get 12 Zoom calls with me and you get email support. And, oh, you get Voxer support too. You know what? You can also message me an email and you get my workbook and the book the anthology that I was in last year. You get that too. Stop with that. You speak to the transformation first. You speak to the results that they will be able to achieve as a result of working with you. That is part of that structure of a high ticket offer. And like I said, one thing with me, I ask my clients 5 questions when it comes to structuring their offer. I ask them 5 questions. And with those 5 questions, the other questions branch out after that, but I have 5 core questions that I ask my clients. And literally, my clients, when I ask them those 5 core questions, they are able to either come up and create their offer if they've never had one, or they're able to restructure a current offer, raise the price, and sell it, even if they were not consistently selling it before. That's how powerful those 5 questions are when it comes to creating your coaching offer. They're absolutely powerful. So like I said, either you're going to be able to create your offer, or if you have one, we're going to restructure it. And the thing is, people think, well, hey, Bev, if I go from this offer that I have that's at 2,500 and I want to sell it for 7,000, they're thinking that they're now going to have to add more Zoom calls. They're going to have to add more one-on-ones. They're going to have to dump a whole bunch. No. You don't necessarily have to add anything to it. When I ask you those 5 questions, you don't necessarily have to add anything to it. So you guys, I'm telling you, you don't have to put a whole bunch of stuff into a high ticket offer. You don't. You do not. But a lot of us try to add a bunch of stuff to it to justify the price. But remember, the key thing, hey, Makita, the key thing is that transformation. So you have to know and understand what it is that your people desire, what it is that they want, so that you can create an offer that's going to give them what they want. So like I said, you have to clearly articulate the results. You also have to clearly, when it comes to your offer, make sure that you know and understand, like if there's modules or lessons, whatever word that you used with that, you want to be clear on what you're including and why, whatever resources that are included with that, why you're including those resources, those types of things. Those are the things that go into a high ticket offer. And loop it back to the first thing. You have to believe in your heart of hearts that that offer is going to help your ideal client. If you get your ideal client into that offer, that they're going to be able to achieve that transformation. You have to believe that in everything in your being. If you don't believe that, because like I said, for myself as a coach, this is not a marketing thing. When I say that I believe that as a coach, the work that we do can break generational curses and establish generational blessings, that's not a marketing tactic. I believe that in everything in my being, everything that I am. I believe that. I believe that. That is not a marketing tactic. And so for myself, because I have that level of belief, once again, it ties back to my mindset. That's another key piece. Like, you have to know in your knower of knowers that that offer, if you get your ideal client in there, they're going to be able to achieve the result. You have to believe that. I cannot stress that enough. Okay. So once again, the first thing we mentioned was the mindset. The second thing, we talked about some key elements of your offer if you are looking to accelerate your revenue. The third thing, of course, pricing is huge. Pricing is huge. Pricing is huge. And you guys, when we're thinking that, listen to Krista, I've had clients get transformations after one session, point blank, period. And you have to be confident. You have to be okay with talking about that. So when Krista said, hey, I've had clients that have gotten transformations after one session, that's a fact. That is a fact. And she has to be really confident and comfortable in talking about that because it's her truth. It is her truth. And so you guys, I'm telling you, your pricing is huge. And one thing that irks my spirit, and you guys have heard me say this, that when coaches just say, just raise your prices, that is not how you do this thing. It's not just raise your prices. That's not how this works. Because think about it. All I had to do was just go and say, okay, well, today I sold this offer for $5,000, but you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to sell it for $15,000 because the coach just said, just raise my price. I hope you saw my eye roll on that. That's not how it works. If it was just about just raising your prices, everyone would do it. Everyone would sell 6-figure offers all day, every day, right? If it was just that simple, just to raise your price. That is not how it works. And if anyone just says that to you, just raise your price, and then they walk away, I got an issue with that, because it's more to it than just raising your prices. And so, like I said, even going back to, once again, those 5 questions, when I ask my clients those 5 questions, it does help them to raise their price, though. But like I said, it's more than just me saying, just raise your price. I walk them through a process. There's a process to that thing. It's not just raising your price. But you do want to make sure that, once again, if you're looking to accelerate your revenue, and you guys hear me talk about this all the time, my thing is looking at what you currently offer and asking yourself, what's going to be my fastest path to cash? So once again, if you're like, Bev, in the month of September, I want to create a $10,000 week. Like, if that's your goal, say that is your goal, to create a $10,000 week. What would be your fastest path to get to that? Which one of your offers would make sense for you to offer it so that you quickly hit that goal? And so, like I said before, if you have a $5,000 offer, then my thing is you're going to be laser focused on selling 2 of those $5,000 offers. Like, that's what you're going to talk about. That's what you're going to promote. That's the conversation that you're going to have with your people about. And so the thing is, well, man, what if I run across somebody and they don't have the 5,000? Okay, then they don't go into that program. You can have the conversation with them. If they're not a fit, you can downsell them into something else, a program that's at a different price point. But you are laser focused on selling that one program. It's not that you don't talk to people about your other programs, but everything when it comes to your marketing and promoting, you talk about the $5,000 offer. And then once again, if you're having conversations with people either in Messenger or on a sales call, and that's not a good fit for them, then once again, on those calls, you can downsell them into something else. Does that make sense? You guys, let me know in the chat. Does that make sense? Type a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Type a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. I love Makita said, and that's her focus. And I didn't know. Makita said that's her focus for the week is to have a $10,000 week. She said she's laser focused. She's laser focused. So type a 1. Let me know if that makes sense. A lot of us, once again, we're like, okay, $10,000. So let me go ahead and try to sell a whole bunch of my $27 ebooks. The same energy that it takes you to sell your $27 ebook is the same energy that it takes to sell your $5,000 offer. Let me say that again. The same energy that it takes to sell your $27 ebook that you're trying to peddle over there on Clubhouse, and y'all know I love Clubhouse, is the same energy that it would take to sell your $5,000 offer. So why not focus on the $5,000 offer? And my thing is, as I am selling my $5,000 offers, then how about I run some ads to that $27 ebook and have my ads running in the background and just have those $27 coming in while I'm asleep? That type of thing. Why not do it that way? Chris, I've been trying to control my eye rolls and my facial expressions, but they don't be working. Why not do it that way? A lot of us, you guys are tired. You're burning yourself out. Once again, you're asking yourself, did I miss God when it comes to this business because of what you're choosing to focus on? I'm telling you, you guys, this stuff works. Scroll my timeline to check out the client testimonials. Check it out. I'm not making this stuff up. And like I said, especially I'm talking to established coaches right now. You want to work smarter, not harder. Okay, so I've given you 3 of the 4 tips. So mindset, your offer, your pricing. Like I said, your pricing, and there are things you want to take into consideration with your pricing as well. Hear me when I say this. Some of you guys are going to fall out. Man, that's not true. That coach said, you guys, when you're taking into consideration your pricing, one of the last things you consider is the length of your program. People will come to me all the time. Babe, I got a 12-week program. How much should I charge for that? I have zero clues on how much you should charge for your 12-week program because the length of time doesn't have anything to do with it. The length of time, remember, when it comes to your offer, what is that first thing we need to consider? Let's see, a little pop quiz. That's the teacher in me. The pop quiz, the teacher in me. Who remembers when it comes to your offer, what is it that people are paying for? Let's see. Put it in the chat. Who remembers what I said? When it comes to that offer, what is it that people are paying for? The teacher must have didn't do a good job. There we go, Stephanie. Okay, I thought the teacher must have didn't do a good job because she's not seeing the answer. There we go. Results. The transformation. So your pricing, one of the first things you consider when you're pricing your services is the transformation, because that's what people pay for. You don't start off with, well, it's a 12-week program. So no, stop it. That's not, you guys, literally, I have paid just as much for a 6-week program as I had paid for a 12-week program or a 16-week program. It didn't have anything to do with the length of time. It had everything to do with the transformation and the result. And this is what I need some of you guys to let sink in, because some of you guys, you are stretching your program out and making it 12 weeks or 16 weeks to try to justify the price. You're stretching out your program 12 and 16 weeks because they said, well, you should start out with a 12-week program. Or, hey, Ben, you can't offer a 10-week program for $5,000. Says who? If you can help your clients get results in 10 weeks or in 8 weeks, why stretch it out to 12? Why stretch it out to 16 just to justify the price? How much more amazing in your marketing would it be if you said, hey, I can help you to start seeing X in 8 weeks? How much more powerful would that be in your marketing? So wait a minute, in as little as 8 weeks, you can support me in being able to do X, Y, Z? So you don't have to stretch it out to make it fit trying to justify the price. If you can help them do it in 12 weeks, then 12 weeks is cool. If it's 16 weeks where they start to see the results, that's cool. If it's 6 weeks, that is cool. But don't stretch out the length of time to try to justify the price, because that's not what they're paying for the results. And your ideal client will appreciate that. And so, like I said, earlier today, I'm looking at my page. Earlier today, I had a post. I was in a room on Clubhouse. And those of you that know George Pitts, he's really cool, really about Instagram. Like his Instagram game is cool. And so he made this comment today when I was in a Clubhouse room, so I'm pulling it back up. He said, stop begging people to let you know. Stop begging people to let you show them how to make money. Stop begging people to let you show them how to make money. Hold on, Makita, I see your comment. So once again, stop begging people to let you show them how to make money. Stop begging people to let you show them how you can support them with their relationships. Stop begging people to let you show them how you can support them in their career. Stop begging people to let you show them how you can support them when it comes to their weight loss. Stop begging people. Your ideal client is looking for the solution. You don't have to beg. So many of us are spending our time begging and pleading and trying to convince people to work with you when there's people that are ready to work with you, but you're focused on the wrong group. Makita said, my pay in full client asked me if she could pay me now and start later. Boom. You guys, when your ideal clients, they are ready. They are literally ready to work with you. And some of you guys, this is another thing. And Makita, congratulations on that. And that made me think about another thing. I tell my clients all the time, if you don't have an active and engaged community, you need to give yourself at least 6 weeks, and that's on the low end, at least 6 weeks to promote your services. At least 6 weeks to promote your services. 8 weeks is what I actually recommend, especially if you don't have an active and engaged community. Well, Bev, I don't understand, because, look, if they get in when I first start promoting, what am I going to do with them over the 2 months until we get started? You guys, I've literally paid for a program in November, and it didn't start until April. It didn't start until March. We have to get out of our own heads. So you are creative. Remember, as an entrepreneur, solve the problem. So this is what you do. So like I said, if you're giving yourself 8 weeks to promote a program to make sure that you get it filled or whatever it is, then get creative. Maybe part of that package is, hey, well, they get a one-on-one call with you. So that person that signs up day one and they still have 2 months before the program starts, maybe they get a one-on-one call with you. Or if you have a membership, maybe they get access to the membership for those 2 weeks until the program is started. Or maybe you have a course, because you guys know we're good at creating stuff. Y'all know y'all good at creating all kind of stuff. Allow them to have access, bonus access them that content. Like, don't make it hard. Do not make it hard. I love it. Carissa said, Bev, deuces, I got to go. She said, I'm getting off this to go do a live about the trip. Carissa said, Bev, I got to go. Because I'm about to go over here and talk to my people, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So you guys, like I said, don't make it hard. Do not make it hard. The final thing, so once again, mindset, your offer, your pricing is key if you're looking to accelerate your revenue. And the final thing, promoting. You guys, marketing and promoting your business. That is key. That is key. That is huge. So you want to look at, what am I doing to market and promote my business? What am I doing to increase my brand awareness? What am I doing to create more impact? Every single day when you wake up, one of the first questions when it comes to your business questions that you're asking God is, God, what can I do to impact the people you have called me to serve today? God, what can I do to impact the people you have called me to serve today? That should be one of the first business questions that you ask God when you have your business meetings with God. You guys, I'm telling you, when you lead with the impact versus, oh my gosh, I got to make money. I got to make money. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, mindset wise, when you lead from that place right there, first of all, you're leading from a place of lack, and lack isn't even of the kingdom. That's not even godly. It's not even godly. You lead with what level or what impact can I create when it comes to the people that I serve? How can I impact them today? So I love what Carissa said, hey, I got to go because I got to go over here and do a lot. She has to go create some impact over there for her people. She's going to go have a conversation with her people. So what impact are you having with your people? So whether or not it's you doing a live stream, a post, emailing your list, serving the clients that are already on your roster, how are you creating that impact? What are you doing to let people know who you serve and how you serve them? How are you doing that? That's all a part of your promoting. That's all a part of your marketing. So when you're letting people know who it is that you serve and how you serve them, that's your marketing. Your promoting is letting them know, and hey, and by the way, this is the program that I have. If you want to know how I can support you, if you want this level of transformation, let's have a conversation. That type of thing. So you guys, you want to make sure, what are you doing to market and promote your business? What are you doing to let people know the level, how you can impact their life, their business, their career, their relationship, however it is that you support your people? And my thing is not just you waking up that morning and saying, okay, well, I think I'm going to do a lot of that. I'm not sure. Be intentional. Be strategic. I like to have a certain day where I plan out my content for the week. And what it is, okay, I'm going to go live on Clubhouse on this day. Okay, and I'm going to do a live here. Got to make sure that I email my list. I'm going to email my list at the end of the week, do a wrap up. Be intentional. Be strategic. Don't just randomly do stuff. Because my thing is, as an entrepreneur, you want to then be able to evaluate what works and what doesn't work. So be intentional, be strategic about your marketing and your promoting. And like I said, have some consistency with that. What does consistency, because everyone's consistency looks a little bit different depending upon what's going on in your business. For some people, they may not have to post content every single day. They may not have to post it every single day. They may have 2 or 3 pieces of powerful content, valuable content that they put out there, and they give their people something to feed on. They may have done a live or a video, and it's over there on YouTube. So when people search how to do X, their video comes up. So when I talk about consistency, it's not necessarily the quantity, but it's the quality. So you want to make sure, do you have quality content out there? Or is it just quotes in scripture? Because once again, how can people achieve the level of transformation if you're just providing quotes in scripture? And like I said, y'all know I love scripture, God, Jesus, and Holy Spirit. Y'all know I do. But there has to be content out there that shows you as the expert. What is that valuable piece of content that you put out there? Did you give them a tip, a hack, a strategy, a resource, something to let them know how you can serve them? When was the last time you shared a testimony? And once again, Carissa said she had to get about this live because she was ready to go talk about the transformation that she's helped her client achieve. When was the last time that you shared a testimonial? Well, Bev, it's on my website. What's the traffic like to your website? What's the point of it just being on your website? Why can't it be on your website and a social media post? Don't make it hard. Do not make it hard. You guys, I'm telling you, you do these 4 things, the mindset, your offer, your pricing, your promoting, and your marketing, and you will see an acceleration in your revenue. And once again, you want to do these things consistently. You want to do these things consistently. And I'm telling you, you will see that acceleration in your pricing. Ask me how I know. So you guys, it is all possible. It takes work. It's not hard, but you have to actually do. You have to actually implement. And that's the thing. And you have to do it consistently. You have to do it consistently. So it's like, boom. Okay, my goal this week was $10,000. Okay, get to the end of the week, whether or not the end of your week is on a Friday or a Saturday, however you end your week. Okay, boom. Okay, I did 7,000 this week. Okay, guys. Well, look. Okay, let's go next week. Okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, if I was able to do $7,000, okay, what did I do to generate that $7,000? because now I want to do the 7,000 plus another 7,000 or whatever it is. So it doesn't mean you give up if you don't hit the goal this week. You reevaluate what worked and what didn't work. And then, hey, okay, God, let's do this thing again. All right, Holy Spirit. Yep. Oh, we got a whole nother fresh new week. What are we going to do? Being intentional. Because like I said, I talked about it in a live that I did yesterday. If you're saying that you have a revenue goal of $10,000 this week, what's your game plan to get there? It's not just saying, okay, God, I want to generate $10,000. Write the vision and make it plain. What is your game plan to get there? How are you going to actually hit the $10,000 week? Be strategic. You guys, I say this all the time. God is strategic. And look, God is my blueprint. So if God is strategic, you best believe. Exactly, Makita. She said, I was saying that last night, evaluating everything and taking action. Like I said, some of you guys are doing tactics. There's a difference between tactics and strategies. Tactics are the things that you do. The strategy is the why behind it. Some of you guys, you do a thing. Like I said, somebody told you to go live for 30 days in a row. Why are you doing that? To increase your visibility. In what way? So if I just go live 30 days in a row, somebody, I'm going to increase my visibility. What am I talking about? What's my call to action? How is that tied to my revenue goal for the month? It's not just going live so you can increase your visibility. That doesn't even make sense to me. If I'm just going live and it's not even my ideal people, and I went live for 30 days, that was a waste of time. You got to even be strategic with that. Map out the 30 days of topics you're going to talk about. How does it tie back to how it is that you serve your people? How is that going to move you towards your revenue goal? What's your call to actions? Like, once again, come on now. Don't just do a thing. Some people say, well, hey, I'm going to start a Facebook group. So they tell you to start a Facebook group. It takes work to have a Facebook group. It takes work. Do you have the time to dedicate to a Facebook group? I'm just asking. Just because somebody says start a Facebook group, there's a whole process to that. You have to build the group, and then there's things you have to do to keep the group engaged. Exactly. It's definitely okay to fail. Just reposition and keep pushing, but be intentional. And I see that, when we say fail, it's like a learning opportunity. That is a learning opportunity. Okay, God, what can I learn from this? Okay, because I don't want the same result again. Okay, so like I said, but there is some gems you can pull out of what didn't work. So you guys, I'm telling you, do this stuff consistently. Yes, you guys, I come and try to drop a gem or two every once in a while. And now that I'm back, and thank you, CC. So you're the reason why I'm live on my phone, because I forgot all about just going live on my phone on Instagram, and then I'm on my computer for all the other places. So thank you. That's why I asked you that question during our conversation today, CC, about her. Because she's over there on Instagram all the time. I'm like, damn, just get back to what you were doing before, using your phone and your computer, and keep it moving. So there I am. I'm talking about people over there on Instagram and over here on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. All y'all at the same time. Glory to God. Look at technology. So you guys, that's all that I have. Those are the 4 tips if you want to accelerate your revenue. That's the 4 tips. And so you guys, like I said, that's all that I have for you. Definitely, if you're looking for support in being able to do this, if you're looking for support on being able to accelerate your revenue, round 4 of my revenue accelerator, the doors to that is open. And so I would love for you, if you are an established coach. So Bev, what's your definition of an established coach? I consider you to be an established coach if you have sold an offer for at least $1,500, because that at least proves that you have something that your people want, people in your audience want. Once again, you are committed to at least 15 hours a week in your business, at least 15 hours a week in your business. And so, like I said, my revenue accelerator is not a group coaching program where it's like, okay, this week we're going to talk about your ideal client, and then week 2 we're going to talk about how to create your offer, and week 3 we're going to talk about your pricing. No, that's not how an accelerator goes. We have you and I have a one-on-one session up front to work on your offer, tweak your offer, making sure, hey, this is what we're going to focus on for 90 days. But with a revenue accelerator, this is a group of other women, and your goal is to hit a particular goal. Oh, that's the other piece too. You have to have a revenue goal of at least $30,000. You have to have a revenue goal of at least $30,000 to be a part of. You're so welcome, Verlene. You're so welcome. You have to have a revenue goal of at least $30,000 in 90 days. And then, like I said, with the Revenue Accelerator, we meet weekly, and your goal is revenue generation. That's what we focus on. There's a level of accountability, spreadsheets, and all of that stuff where we're tracking together. So there's a teaching moment at the beginning, but the rest of that is implementation, that type of stuff. So literally during some of our sessions, okay, you guys, we're ready to pop off here. You're ready to go over here and do a live. This is going to be the topic. You got 5 minutes and come back. Like, it's stuff like that. So that's what I mean when I say revenue acceleration. It's about implementation and taking action. That's what a revenue accelerator is. So if you are interested in my revenue accelerator, hit me up. Let's have a conversation to see if that is a good fit for you. Because once again, it's a very unique type of situation. Okay. So like I said, if you are interested in my revenue accelerator, let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. Somebody messaged me last night. She was like, girl, just send me the link. Send me the link. I just need the link. Go ahead and sign up. So like I said, that revenue accelerator is very different, but it is a powerful program. Like I said, and it's not your normal coach. And that's the one thing I feel like for established coaches, you're like, well, Bev, I don't need help with my ideal client. I already have that stuff. That's not what I need. I want a support system. I want a place where I'm able to, one, create the impact and the income. And that's what we're focused on, impact and income when it comes to this accelerator. And so, like I said, I've literally had people do $35,000 all the way to $116,000 in this accelerator. So I'm telling you, it's an amazing space and place, but it is hard work. You know, and when I say hard work in the sense of every week you're showing up, that type of thing. But on the other side of that is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So once again, if you're interested in having a conversation with me about it, just hit me up in Messenger with the word accelerator. And then we'll have a conversation to see if that's a good fit, because it's definitely not for everybody. But once again, it's a different place. Like I said, especially if you're an established coach and you're like, I don't need help with my ideal client and all that stuff. I got all that. You know, I want to be able to accelerate my revenue. That type of thing. Okay. So if you're interested, definitely hit me up on whatever platform you're watching me on, live or the replay. Hit me up in Messenger with the word accelerator and we'll have a conversation about it. Okay. All right, you guys, that's all that I have for you guys tonight. Take these 4 tips to accelerate your revenue and watch what happens. Implement them consistently. Implement consistently. Okay. So you guys, if you have any questions for me, let me know. Let's have a conversation. Let me see how I may be able to support you. If I can't support you, I'll lead you in the right direction to somebody else that can. I have a community of over 2,000 coaches I have access to. So if I can't help you, I promise you it's someone else that I know that will be able to support you. You guys, thank you so much for joining me. I pray you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day. And I will see you guys on the other side of this live. You guys, take care. Take care. Take care.